Hi, this is Randy. I haven't talked to you guys in a while, so I was just listening to HG Tutor. I'm sure y'all know who he is, and I hate to really give him credit, but I am going to kind of do a takeaway from one of his videos, and I'm calling this one the seduction bait of the covert narcissist. So what is seduction bait? Well, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's what those covert narcissists do to lure us in during the golden period where we are idealized. One of the examples that HG gave was that they like to send music to us. And he explained that sending the music to us is a way that the narcissist can express his feelings, which are not really his true feelings, but he can actually just forward someone else's feelings, you know, the artist, the singer, the songwriter. He can forward those thoughts and the emotion that those words and that music gives to the listener, forwards it to us as the target, and somehow we give the narcissist credit for it, like as if those are the feelings that the narcissist is having about us, but they just don't have the words or the, musical talent to express. So they've chosen specifically these words and this song to send to us to express their love and devotion to us. Well, yeah, absolutely. I have absolutely had that happen. And I've had it happen, more than once. Actually, my narcissist didn't send me any specific songs, but one of the very first gifts that he gave me, I think it was, no, the very first gift that he gave me was a Jam CD by the Jam. So we had both concluded that we both liked the Jam back in the 90s, but it was basically an 80s band. And I mean, in the early days, he actually bought me that CD, and I had only had it on vinyl and didn't have a record player anymore, so he bought me the CD, and we listened to it together from time to time. Now, I do believe that he truly also liked that band. I'm sure he wasn't making it up, because he did know who they were and he knew the songs. But it also goes with the second thing that HG Tutor was talking about, is giving of gifts. Well, my narcissist is not really into giving gifts, and I've known him for so long that I have to reach really far back into my memory to remember when he has given me some kind of like surprise gift, and that CD was one of them. Another kind of gift that he would regularly give, and I call it a gift, he would pick fresh flowers from his mother's garden, some random garden probably, the side of the road, wherever, and when he would present himself to me, he would be handing me some flower that he picked, or a bunch of lilacs from a tree. Very romantic gesture, right? Something that you see in the movies, something that everybody just looks at and goes, aw, isn't that cute? And, you know, it doesn't cost anything either. I mean, half of the time, they basically stole that flower from somebody's garden that they had no business being in, and caught their eye, and they thought, hey, look, I can really cash in on this. I can, you know, pick this flower, it's not going to cost me a thing, and I'm going to get a whole lot back from this gesture. And so yes, that is what they do. They also do things with us that we enjoy. Now, they may be mirroring, maybe they don't enjoy it at all. More likely, they do enjoy it as well, but they do and will do things with us that we like, especially in the golden period, in the idealization phase. They don't hate it necessarily, but it's probably just not something they would normally do, because it is part of the seduction bait tool chest that they have. Another thing that they do is they give us a lot of eye contact and one-on-one attention. And I have to admit that's probably the most luring thing. That is the biggest piece of bait that I can get from a guy that I am interested in, is one-on-one eye-gazing attention for hours. I mean, I have to admit, that is what I want. That's what I want. I've gotten it, and I like it, and I want it again. I want it more. And with that goes a lot of conversation. And that's another thing that I really, really like. So, our problem here is that most guys, you don't have to be a covert narcissist to know how to throw out some good seduction bait, right? So how do we know if this is a narcissist or just a regular guy who likes us? Or a genuine guy who isn't as much throwing out bait, but expressing themselves in ways that they know that a woman appreciates, ways that we will like, that we will respond positively to, and hopefully reciprocate, right? So I guess what I'm trying to say here is, when you listen to H.G. Tudor talk about the seduction bait that is thrown out by narcissists to their targets, it can be confusing, because like I said, you know, most guys with any kind of brain, they know these tactics as well. And I can call them tactics on one hand, and I can, on the other hand, just call them expressions of love, right? So the question is this a manipulative tactic, or is this an expression of love? Now, that's the real question, isn't it? Because a guy that is genuinely interested in you will also do these things. So we cannot be afraid of every man who seems to be throwing us all the kind of bait that we like, in terms of giving us a lot of attention, giving us homemade gifts, making us dinner, doing things that we enjoy with us, and sending us romantic, heartfelt, sexy music to listen to express how they feel about us. Lots of guys do this, whether they're narcissists or not. So just because narcissists do it does not mean that that's a red flag. This is only something we find out after the fact, after we've gone through all the stages and they take off their mask. That's when we go back and we say, damn, I've been punked. But you'll never know it to begin with. And that's why H.G. Tudor's video, in terms of the seduction bait, isn't really helpful to a target, because so many people that are not narcissists also do it. So I would like him to talk more about something that just narcissists do. And I don't think, you know, it's all about intention. It's not about, that's why it's covert. It's not what they do, but it's why they're doing it. And we can't see people's intentions. We only see what they do, what they say on the outside. We never really know what the person's true intentions were for doing it. And that's where we draw the line between a normal, typical, non-narcissist guy and an evil, covert narcissist. The difference between them is not necessarily all their actions, but it's their intentions. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.